Hi, I'm Rachel Chang. I am the general manager of the Riveter Dallas, and I like to make videos on LinkedIn. On top of that, I have been known to dabble in the startup community of Dallas, and I'm super grateful to be with Entrepaidneur. I got into startups because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I figured, what's the best way to figure it out? Go hang out around a bunch of companies and industries that are doing different things. So what's unique about the Riveter is, I mean, in Dallas, we all know that co-working is pretty saturated. So we have one of the most saturated co-working markets in the country. And so what makes the Riveter different is that community is our purpose and co-working is product offering of that. So our community is built by women for everyone. So we're almost an entirely female-owned and operated company, and we've built a space where females are the default. And because of that, we've generated this amazing community of entrepreneurs in Dallas, both female and male. And we're able to provide resources that really help businesses grow and scale. I love entrepreneurs, I love startups, and I also love empowering communities. That's what I exist for. So I saw that mission and vision very clearly. So my career path is a little interesting. I'd encourage you to go check out my LinkedIn profile sometime, because I think if you looked at it, you would believe someone who has experienced shopped as much as I have wouldn't be able to get a job now. But so a lot of people know that I left my job in architecture, but not many people know the details that came behind that, right? So I actually dropped out of college once. I went to University of Kansas for 2 years, was doing really well, and was supposed to get my master's in 5 years. Ended up dropping out halfway, went to UTA and had to restart my architecture program. So it took me 6 years to get my undergrad degree. It was a little painful. And so because of that, because I had to restart, I had a little bit more free time on my schedule. I got to work for some really amazing architecture firms. And so I was kind of the poster child for a successful student out of my university. Got a really great job out of college. I still to this day love the company that I worked for when I graduated. But I went into the office sick almost every single day. And so I did that for about a year. I was planning my wedding, I was in grad school full time, I was working full time. So I go have my wedding. The day I get back from my honeymoon, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna chop all my hair off and dye it blonde. And it was the first time that I had actually made a decision independent of what anyone else thought. And it was really liberating. And about a month later, I thought, what would it look like? I mean, if a little thing like hair can feel so empowering, what would it look like if I started applying that to the rest of my life? And so I distinctly remember it was a Wednesday morning. I got up, I walked downstairs, and I told my boss, hey, I don't think I'm supposed to be an architect. And he said, yeah, we know that, but you work really hard, so we were gonna keep you as long as possible. And it was really great. Like, my company was really great to me when I was leaving my job. You know, they told me things like, if this is how hard you work when you hate your job, imagine how much harder you're gonna work when you love your job. There were a lot of people that could not understand the decision that I made for my life. They thought that I was too young to know what I wanted. They thought I was maybe making a terrible professional mistake. They thought, oh, maybe you're just burned out. Maybe you just need a break and then you can come back. And so I had a lot of people call me or message me and just try to dissuade the decision that I made. One piece of advice my boss gave me as I was leaving was, don't just apply to positions you're qualified for, apply to companies you're passionate about. I ended up seeing a position at the Dallas Entrepreneur Center, and it was a front desk job. And it was I looked at it and I was like, no, I can't go be a front desk person. All those naysayers who said, oh, you're making a mistake in your career, all this, are just going to be affirmed. But in my gut, I knew that that was the job I was supposed to have. Our company is very mission driven. So not only are we built by women for everyone, but we take that for everyone piece the most seriously. So our company believes that you can't advance women economically unless we consider all women. So that means trans women, women with disabilities, women of color, veterans. All those things, all those intersectional things matter in order to move the needle forward for all women. And so we do actively get involved with a lot of organizations, both nonprofit and for-profit. Pretty much any community that has historically felt marginalized has a place at the Riveter. And so we don't limit our involvement to necessarily one organization or one philanthropic effort, but we really try to provide resources and space for those groups. I don't make decisions based on other people's opinions anymore. You're the only person that really gets to determine the trajectory of your life. And while I do seek counsel from a handful of people, and I really do try to take in opinions of others, I don't allow the opinions and advice of others to determine my life choices. At the end of the day, you know your convictions, you know your intuition. So I would just encourage you, the more you follow that intuition and the more you listen to your gut, I truly believe the more success you'll find. I'm Rachel Chang, and I'm an entrepreneur.